Okay, so watch the Avengers Doomsday trailer a couple times. I gotta. It's not a great angle, but whatever. Um, everybody that I watch on YouTube, all the people that break down movies, shows, do little Easter eggs, and all that stuff. They're trying to say that Captain America, when we see him grab Mjolnir from Thor, that's not really Captain America. Okay, they're trying to say that's Hydra. That's Steve Rogers' Hydra. They're saying it's an evil Cap. So the obvious reason in my mind that he looks different is because he's older. He's older. Chris Evans is older. His face looks a little different, right? And they're filming this as if not much time has passed, right? So that's one thing. The other thing that I think people are forgetting is that the last time that Thor saw Cap was, not mistaken, at Tony's funeral, right? So yeah, he has the short hair, as does Thor. We saw Thor with the short hair in the little snippet trailer. Mind you, Love and Thunder happened. His hair was long. He cut it, right? So the last time he saw him, he would have had short hair. The short hair Cap went back in time to replace all, or put back all the stones. And when he came back, he was the old Steve. Thor wasn't there when Steve went to take the Infinity Stones back to where they were taken from. The last time he saw him was at his homegoing service, Tony's homegoing service. Why does Cap have long hair and a beard? And I'll explain. So, we see Cap at the end of Endgame slow dancing with Peggy Carter in their house. We know that he goes, yes, hold on, Callie. We know that he stays back there, lives his life out with her, and has a baby. Yes, Callie, I'm trying to talk. I'm not ignoring her. She doesn't want anything. This is just what she does. So, so we also see Loki in the trailer. He's in his house, right? He's standing near the window. We see him give. We don't see him give him, but we see Cap holding a calling card of some sort that Loki gave him. We know that that's his hand because there's a wedding band. He has the tree on the back. So this is not a previous version of Loki. This is a current one, right? The big question is, how is he able to leave that throne that he has to hold all those timelines and then go visit Loki? Go visit Cap. That's the bigger question. But anyway, what I believe happened is that, mind you, this Loki is a variant. This Cap is a variant now because he lived a timeline out that wasn't supposed to exist, right? TVA still has to do its thing. I don't know if they still have the whole thing about being pruned. I think it's more so Loki saw something coming down the pipeline and he wants to protect him. And so he gives him his card and says, hey, call on me, or you use this to get to me or come with me. However, he takes him anyway, him, Peggy, and his son, to a reality where there isn't a Captain America. Where could that be? Fantastic Four's world, Fantastic Four's timeline. So I think that he lives there for however long, grows his hair out, grows a beard, because this is taking place in the 60s in Fantastic Four's world, right? Flower child, hippie, long hair, beards are not like out of the norm during that time era, right? Right? So I think that's why he has the long hair. It's not the long hair beard that we had in Infinity War. That's not that Cap. Okay? That's what it is. Honestly and truly, that's what I believe that it is. I also believe that when Thor is saying this can't be possible, when he's holding Mjolnir and giving it to Cap, It's a couple of things that it could be. It could be the fact that Steve is not standing there by himself. He may be standing there next to Loki. Because why would you be shocked to see Steve? Steve shouldn't have been dead, right? The only two people that he would be shocked to see is Loki or Tony. And if Doctor Doom was supposed to be good until the very end, he's looking at a face that looks like Tony but doesn't sound like Tony, and he's also looking at Loki like, what the heck, I watched you die. How was this year? Callie, I'm gonna get your french fries, okay? Can you give me a second, please? Mommy. Yes, Callie. Because we know that Marvel is notorious for cutting people out of scenes or putting voices over on a visual where it's not actually accurate. We saw that in Infinity War, where we saw Hulk running in Wakanda. He was not running in Wakanda. So yeah, that's that's my theory. Okay. I recorded a video about my take on the whole trailer, and I loved it. And it's funny because I wish I would have posted what I initially said. I had a feeling they were going to post this on Monday because FIFA has ended on Sunday. And I think there was so much attention around FIFA that they thought maybe, I don't know, that people weren't going to catch it. But perfect timing gives us a whole week to talk about it. And they have Comic-Con happening in San Diego. So I think in San Diego what's going to happen is that they're either going to show an extended version of the trailer, they're going to give a new trailer to those people that only they are privy to and we get later on, like maybe in October. They're going to have the big wigs there, RDJ, Chris Evans, and all those people, or they may announce that there's other characters. Cherie, thank you so much. I'm new to making content. I'm a mother first, so I'm not gonna have a beautifully manicured video. You're welcome. Yes, or they're going to have. You know how they said that they have another reveal of cast members. I think they're gonna bring out, because at this point you need to start showing actual people. Bring out the people that we were like, why isn't this person in the movie? Because all this stuff going on with different realities and whatnot, you mean to tell me that Doctor Strange isn't up in the mix? You don't think Doctor Strange knows about everything that's going on or has something to say about these incursions, right? The whole multiverse saga was based on that, right? I'm gonna let this family go. Are you gonna let me turn while they walk? You know what I mean? So why isn't he in the mix? I think he is. In terms of the X-Men, as sad as it is to say, I don't think they're going to have a large um time on screen. We see Professor X, we see Cyclops, we know Nightcrawler's in it, Beast, Gambit, Mystique, Magneto. There's no Jean Grey. There's no Wolverine. There's no Storm. There's no Rogue. And I'm going to talk about the X-Men in a minute, like Fox's X-Men, because the only character that I feel like characters that they really butchered were Storm and Rogue. I'm going to talk about that after I finish this. But I don't think they're going to have a huge part to play. I think they're going to be casualties of what's going on. And I think we're going to lose them completely. Hence why. So I love Halle Berry. Love her down. She's a fellow Leo. But I feel like she was not the best person to play Storm. And even if it was somebody else playing Storm, they didn't have Storm doing what she needed to do in that movie. I think maybe if it were made in this day and age, we would have had more CGI, more special effects, because she was a beast. She's an Omega level mutant. And they didn't utilize her at all. They made her seem like she was like the dean or like the nanny. I don't know. I didn't appreciate that. In every movie we saw her in, her hair changed. Yeah, Storm went from having that long flowy white hair, and then there's one time where she had like a mohawk, and then there's another time where she had like a ponytail pulled back, kind of like Jean Grey. What are they doing? I don't like that. I don't like it at all. I didn't like the costumes for them. Like, it wasn't comic accurate. I didn't know if they thought it was going to be too cartoonish, but you see what they did with Cyclops in this new movie coming up. Amazing. Love that they did all of that, minus the little tidy whiteys, or they're yellow. They could have done without that, and I appreciate that. But Rogue, they had Rogue looking like some little, like, confused teenager when she was a beast. Where's her southern accent? But they had her like she was like boy crazy over Bobby Drake. Like, come on. When we all know she had a thing for Remy LeBeau and Magneto. Am I lying? Because I'm not. Because I'm not. And the biggest flop or mistake is that they had her having chocolate cola hair. Come on. Her hair was never that long. She had that Farrah Fawcett looking, like, 80s flippy hair with red and white hair. She had a skunk thing in the front. Like, come on. I need to see her in her yellow and green unitard with her brown pilot jacket. Like, come on. Y'all got to do her some justice. And I know they're going to, like, totally revamp the X-Men. And supposedly Sadie Sink that's in Spider-Man is supposed to be Jean Grey. If she's not, we are all wrong. But she's a redhead. There's not that too many redheads that I know of in Marvel Universe. I mean, Mary Jane, but Mary Jane was like a damsel in distress. She wasn't making any waves. Not like that. But anyway, back to the topic at hand. Please excuse Callie and her singing. She's doing her. Yeah. So I'm curious because you see this little, like, pattern on Dr. Doom's cuff of his armor, wrist bangle bracelet. I'm curious if that's a rune, and it makes me wonder about Scarlet Witch. Like, are we gonna, like, Battle World, House of M? Are we gonna get any like teasers in this movie regarding that? But yeah, there's also another scene that people are speculating about Kevin Feige taking people out, scrubbing people out of the scene. It's when they're at the Avengers headquarters, and it's like the three different groups. You have the new Avengers, Sam Wilson's Avengers, and the Fantastic Four. And there's one shadow that doesn't really fit to me. It's where Sentry is sitting, and the shadow that's on the floor in front of him. It seems as if somebody could be standing there, because it doesn't match his shadow, because he's sitting in like a recliner with, like, house shoes on. I truly believe everybody, minus Namor, M'Baku, and Shuri, are in there. And by everybody, I mean Chris Evans, RDJ, and Thor. I had to change the angle because I kept looking down while I was driving. Shouldn't film while you're driving, but I can still talk. So yeah. And it also speaks to the point about the whole Thor Chris Evans scene, and what Thor just seems so shocked to see before his eyes. It's not Chris Evans. I think it's seeing Loki and or Tony Stark. So yeah, I'm getting excited now. We're getting towards the finish line. This was only a thought a while ago when they had their last announcement that RDJ was playing Dr. Doom, and we're just like, oh my god, so many people felt like, well, it was split. I feel like a lot of people were excited that he's coming back, but as a totally different character. How is that going to work? But then some people said that it has to be him because of what they're trying to do with like starting anew and making everyone basically start from scratch in terms of the faces that we know. Because we already got a new Captain America, and that wasn't like a whole just switcheroo. Like there's a story behind it. But if they're gonna revamp and reboot everything, and all these characters that we've known for years are gonna have a new face, they have to make it make sense. And the best way to tie that in my opinion, is using Tony Stark, RDJ, where we clearly can have somebody that we've known for years face be one person, but in a totally different reality, totally different world, the same person is somebody else. So total sidebar, I'm gonna need them to bring in Miles Morales. I need a live action Miles Morales like yesterday. I'm wondering who else could be brought into this movie. Who else? I already mentioned Doctor Strange, and I'm surprised he's not in this. He's supposed to be getting a third movie. I don't know when that's coming out. Spider-Man's coming out, what, next Friday? So if he has any post-credit scenes, which I'm hoping that he does, if he does, will they allude to him being present in Doomsday, right? Or will it allude to him being present in something that may happen in Secret Wars? Or will it allude to there being a Miles Morales? Because if I'm not mistaken, there was a poster. I don't know if it was fan-made or not. I have to go try and find it again. But if you know what I'm talking about, please comment below. He's sitting on like a scaffolding type of apparatus on a building on the underside, and the part that you would normally step on, there's a footprint of Jordans, like the dunks. You know the bottom with the little circle part. And we all know that Miles Morales was known for wearing the red, black, and white Jordans, right? So who knows? Who knows? So I'm looking forward to seeing Spider-Man, and seeing if it gives us any like little Easter eggs about who may be present in Doomsday. Because all these movies are interconnected. If you remember during the Infinity Saga, we always waited to see the post-credit scenes and how it was like a little segue into the next movie. Whether it was a segue into Thor, whether it was a segue into Ragnarok, or, you know, Black Widow, Black Panther, anything, you know, Guardians of the Galaxy. What a time. What a time to be a Marvel fan, right? Like, back to back to back to back to back bangers. We definitely lost our footing. Well, they rather lost their footing after Endgame. We had some gems in there, but yeah, what a time. What a time to be alive.